And now, please welcome to the stage, from UiPath, Chief Technology Officer, Raghu Malpani.
Hello. It is great to be here with you, my first time at Forward. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yesterday, you learned about our vision for agents and agentic automation. I hope that was exciting. Today, I'm here to talk to you about what the team is building and doing to build a trusted agentic automation platform for you. We want UiPath to be your destination for building agentic automations. And we can only do so if you trust us and trust the very idea of agents. Now, when I say trust, you might think, and you might be right to think, that I'm talking about governance, compliance, and all of the things that allow you to have those streamlined conversations with your CISO, and that is all very true. However, in this world of agentic automation and agents, there is more. Can you trust your agents to safely and reliably run your critical automations? I will answer that in a minute. But before that, let me share with you our key trust principles. The first one is resiliency and reliability. We believe that when you incorporate agents into your automations, that you should not lose reliability. Our key responsibility is to ensure that the trade-off between reliability and agency is one that you are completely comfortable with, and that is completely acceptable to you. Compliance and governance. This is about giving you the granular controls to govern your agents, the behaviors, and their usage. Then open architecture, right? In the context of agents, this is about providing you with a wide array of agents for you to use out of the box, or to customize, or even for you to build agents from scratch. This is also about providing you with a wide array of models to choose from, or for you to bring one of the ones that you have access to or you've built. This is truly how we meet you where you are via the open architecture. And finally, delivery flexibility. This puts the power in your hands in terms of how you choose to consume our platform. Could be our various cloud offerings or self-hosting. With every single product feature we imagine, and every feature we ship, we anchor the delivery of these in these trust principles. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit more about each of these. Let's look at this chart. You see application reliability on the y-axis and the agent's level of control on the x-axis. Now, if I plot the UiPath robot on this chart, you'll see that it's highly reliable, but the level of agency and control is low. This is not unexpected. The robot is very procedurally implemented. It's coded to perform very specific actions, and it has little agency. Now, let's see where the autonomous agent stacks up here. No surprises. It has a high agency, but you do see that you lose a little bit of reliability there, right? This is also not unexpected. Non-deterministic models driven by natural language makes building robust agents difficult. And therein lies the dilemma. To increase autonomy, which we all know is an absolute game changer, do I have to lose or decrease reliability? I know this is the top of your mind. This is top of my mind. This and trust. You don't just want agents. You want agents that you can trust. But what if we could bend the curve? Every centimeter I move the agent up the reliability axis, you would trust it more. And this is exactly what the team at UiPath is building into the platform every day. We're bending the curve so that you can have increased confidence in your agents. We call these enterprise agents. And the mechanisms we're building to help you get there, we call controlled agency. Now, at this point, you might say, Raghu, this is a great chart, and you are the CTO. Give me the details. And you're right. Let's do it. Let's jump right in. We will help you build the best prompts and help you select the best models for the job. model selection is an incredibly difficult problem, and we want to make it easy for you. We will help you experiment with multiple versions of prompts and help you choose the one that best serves your business outcome. We will help you evaluate how your agent, evaluate the agents against real-world data sets and provide you with a score. And we will give you suggestions for how to improve that score. So when you do deploy this agent, that you're confident that it works as expected. And we will also continuously monitor this agent and give you continuous feedback. So if you so choose, you can keep fine-tuning and improving the reliability of this agent. We will provide you with high-quality context grounding so that the input provided, the enterprise input provided to your agent is controlled, it's reliable, but it's one that you trust in measurable ways. We have our research teams at UiPath hard at work and also building, in partnership with the H company, on building custom large action models, which we will deploy in some scenarios. And also, we'll bring to you capabilities to test these agents, not just the end-to-end outcomes and behaviors of the agent, but also the trajectory of reasoning these agents take. This is important. Understanding the trajectory of reasoning will give you confidence about how the agent is planning the outcomes in ways that you find satisfying and comfortable. There's a lot more here that I have not covered. You'll hear more about this throughout TechEd, throughout Forward, and over the coming weeks. Now, UiPath has top-notch researchers, a couple you just met a few minutes ago, engineers, product managers, hard at work at solving this problem. The singular focus and mission is to bend this curve. Now, on this topic of resiliency, our investments in resiliency have yielded a dramatic improvement to the quality of UiPath robots. It's a fascinating use case of generative AI. I'd like to invite Sebastian on stage to help walk us through this. Sebastian, come on over, man. Sebastian, now I know your team has worked on improving UI automation reliability, and there's some fantastic results, is what I'm told. Tell us about the problem first, man.
Yes. Excited to be here today. Wow, what a crowd. So, yeah, when we talk about resilience in automations, we immediately think about the cases where automations would fail. Me personally, I have worked quite a lot in the ERP space in my career. So, in the ERP, a common problem is system upgrades. So not that the system upgrade itself is the problem, but if you look at the small example that I brought here, is like the UI changes sometimes during system upgrades. So the input form here might have a different layout, we might rename buttons, different designs, and so on and so on. And then even worse, sometimes administrators love to have those small announcement pop-ups like, hey, there's a latest update, and suddenly a pop-up is across the screen. I'm in front of a large group of automation experts here today, and I guess you can second that this is a rather common issue when it comes to resilience in automation.
Now, Sebastian, I know the team has worked for years to improve the resiliency of UI automation, right? What does the data tell us, man?
So, the good thing is, on the one hand side, we see that UI automation by you, our customers and partners, is adopted more and more. So the blue bars show the increased adoption over time of our UI automation capabilities. The good thing is also today we have the most resilient RPA automation, UI automation engine here in the market. There's latest improvements that we have done over the year to bring the failure rates down. That's the red bar here. And one big change in the last years had been the unified target technology that we have adopted in our UI automation engine. Today, the remainder plateaus at around 3.5%. So that means around 3.5% of the jobs at our customers are breaking out of one or the other reason, or exactly the reason that I have shown you before.
Sebastian, now tell me, share with us a little bit more about what the team is doing to help fix this 3.5% problem, as you call it.
So, drum rolls, I'm super happy to announce today here the UiPath Healing Agent. So we have built an AI agent. We have built an AI agent that recovers failing automations and tries to solve, during runtime, those kind of pop-up issues, change UI layout issues, and even better, it's integrated then also into Autopilot, so that Autopilot and our healing agent work closely together.
Sebastian, you got something to show us?
Of course.
Let's do it.
Good.
Awesome.
Let's have a look how it actually looks like. So, we get a notification actually in Automation Cloud that some jobs have issues. But now, when we go in the job overview, we actually see the job has run successfully. And we see now that something happened and the healing agent pops up. The healing agent has actually corrected 2 issues. So on the one hand side, yes, there is the pop-up. So healing agent also takes track of what it does. It even takes screenshot and presents to the administrator. So you see the before and after healing state. Now even better, this information is also provided to our developers. In Studio, in Autopilot for developers, the recommendations from the healing agent also show up. So the second case that I had presented in my example before, like the layout and the button changed, like here before, it was named Submit Invoice, now it's the Post Invoice button that is somewhere else on the screen. And the good thing is now, Autopilot for developers, with the information from the healing agent, presents exactly to developer what to do to fix the issue permanently in our automations. And even better, by the click of a single button that you have seen here, apply, the recommendation can be directly applied to the automation and to the code. So with that, we have a direct loop between our healing agent that runs at runtime, that even hands over the recommendations to Autopilot for developers, and our developers also benefit from this kind of insights. Internal tests have shown that we can get up to 90% from the remainder of 3.5%. We can get up to 90% of the remaining 3.5%, and by that come a significant step closer to failure-free automations.
That's amazing, Sebastian. The other 10%?
Yeah.
The other 10% next forward, man?
The other 10% next forward.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Sebastian. Look, I think this was an amazing demo, right? The scale of improvement for something that is already so resilient just absolutely blows my mind. Now let's continue our conversation on trust. Human in the loop, as you all know, has been a core construct of our platform and will continue to be so with agentic automation. You are in control. You can configure your agents to involve humans for high-consequence business decisions, or when the agent is not confident of a recommendation. And of course, as you saw in the demo yesterday, humans will continue to provide the agents, agents will continue to involve humans for situations where it doesn't have enough information to make a decision, right? So you can summarize our view as humans manage agents and agents manage robots. Humans always have the final say on things that matter. All right. Show of hands, how many of you have seen this slide before? A fair many of you. This is our trust layer. This is the center of all things AI in our platform. It includes some very critical governance capabilities, such as enabling or disabling very specific generative AI features or models. This is where we enable usage auditing and controls, which is, by the way, going GA now. We also enable harmful content filtering in this layer, and then we scrub PII and sensitive data as part of the corresponding Gen AI activities in Studio. This is an area that, as we roll out our agentic future, we'll see a lot of innovation. This is an area where we will continue to build and provide very fine-grained controls to you, so you have confidence that what we're shipping for you is something that you trust. This is an example of how we enable an open architecture. In particular, this is a wide array of models that we provide from all of the partnerships, as you can see here. In particular, look at the connection builder capability at the very bottom. Our integration services is what we would allow you to use via the connection builder to bring in your own model, if you so choose. Last but not least, I think the third-party validations is a core element of trust. We maintain a rigorous program of certifications and attestations in several key areas, as you can see in the slides here. This is not a comprehensive list, but I invite you to visit our trust center at UiPath.com, which has the latest information. Then, as you can see in the slide, we have very flexible delivery options. Obviously, the Automation Cloud is our primary offering, available in 8 regions. Last year, we announced the release of Automation Cloud Dedicated, which is a FedRAMP certified offering for our US public sector. And this forward, I'm pleased to announce that we're launching a private preview of Automation Cloud Dedicated. This is a targeted offer for our largest customers who want dedicated instances of Automation Cloud for finer grained controls. And of course, we offer the automation suite for our customers whose needs can only be met by self-hosting. Now, I get asked by customers, what do I recommend? The Automation Cloud, as you know, is where you'll see the most complete set of features from UiPath. We have dozens of security experts. We have dozens of site reliability engineers who work hard to operate this cloud reliably and safely for you. We have 2 of the biggest banks on the Automation Cloud. We have a few healthcare services actively migrating to our cloud. Every single one of you should evaluate moving to the Automation Cloud. But we understand that in highly regulated industries, you can't do it, and therefore, we will continue to support and enhance the automation suite. In fact, we are adding support for Red Hat's OpenShift for many of you who've asked for it, and we'll continue to improve this for you as we go. Okay, we've talked about trust, and we've talked about bending the curve. But what can we do with these enterprise agents now? I'd like to first ground us on a few problems that we've heard from you. The first of which is process complexity. Right? It's hard to create and orchestrate processes. Processes are becoming complex. They are becoming more non-deterministic. You have different vendors for different parts of your process management, one for perhaps automation, others for process intelligence, yet others for process modeling. This results in questionable ROI and certainly very high total cost of ownership. And then you've shared with us that you have limited visibility on how the business processes are doing when they are rolled out. And finally, AI ambiguity. This conference is about AI, so I'm not going to belabor this point for now. Through TechEd and through Forward, you will see how UiPath is the single platform for process management, for automation, for agentic AI, and for process intelligence. Yes, we will support the gamut of capabilities that you've come to expect from process orchestration, but we will do more. We will make agents a fundamental ingredient of the entire life cycle of a business process, from modeling to execution to monitoring, which gives us the right to launch into this world of agentic orchestration. This, we believe, is the next level of intelligence and efficiency. We will wholeheartedly embrace BPMN. You will be able to incorporate agents. BPMN, by the way, is the business process modeling. It's a standard in the industry. You will be able to incorporate agents within BPMN. We will allow you to define your business process and have your developers define the code behind the tasks or the prompts behind the agents, including incorporating humans and APIs all in the same canvas. We will help you orchestrate across agents, robots, humans, and APIs. We will support full process instance management, complete process lifecycle management, and support analytics as we already do. And we will do all of this within the same platform. This is our key differentiator. I only have a minute left, okay? So I want to give you a very quick teaser for how all of these constructs of agentic orchestration come together. You'll see a lot more of this throughout TechEd, so please be sure to visit the sessions later today and tomorrow. Okay, this is a a canonical, simple BPMN diagram that shows invoice processing. You've seen a variant of this through demos yesterday. I will not go through each element, but I just want to leave you with some highlights, especially how we orchestrate across humans, robots, and agents. This highlighted task is a human was involved because the confidence level of an extracted data was low. Here you see that a robot was instructed to make a call to the vendor because some of the data was not extracted by our document understanding models because the data didn't exist in the invoice. And here, this is the agentic step. See the little sparkle? This is where we perform the two-way match and check policy for conformance. And these are your API steps. The key point here is that you can model your business process here, but also your developers can build the code behind the robots, like I mentioned earlier, the prompts behind the agents, configure the APIs, involve humans in the loop, all in the same canvas. And in the same canvas, you'll be able to see live instances of your processes and fix errors, if any. In this example, as you see, we ran about 100 invoices. One of them failed. We looked at why it failed. It was misassigned. We fixed that right in place in the same canvas. I hit the retry button. I re-execute the process. And lo and behold, it succeeded correctly. This is just a cursory overview. Like I mentioned, please visit our booths in TechEd. We will dive in a lot more into this. To recap, trust is salient to how we build our agentic automation platform. Our researchers, hundreds of engineers, product managers, are hard at work to build for you a platform on which you can build dependable, trustworthy, and reliable agentic automation. And even as we do it, you can be assured that you are in control, always. We transition to TechEd later today. And the UiPath team and I invite you to join us to dive into a lot more detail behind the platform and explore the possibilities with us. Thank you.